Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Becky Long and today I'm going to be talking about plants can be cooked / warmed, because I think that's something that's really important to remember, especially during these colder months. So before I get started, I like to talk about why I'm qualified to discuss these things. So years ago I was actually in the hospital. I had gotten sick, and so I became a health coach to learn more information for myself to help with my wellness and as I was getting better. And then it became my mission to really share those resources that I had learned with other people, so it could be faster and easier for them to go from wherever they are with their health presently to wherever they want to be, whatever that means for them. So that's why I do what I do, because I want to share this information with as many people as possible, because I think that there are a lot of symptoms and diseases that people just deal with because they think they have to. And unfortunately, they take people away from their passions and what they really want their life to be about. And I don't think that has to happen. So that's why I do what I do. So, yes, there are ways with a healthy enough diet and lifestyle to reverse and different diseases and symptoms. But if we didn't have to deal with them in the first place and they didn't have to sideline us and take us away from what we want to do, then I think it would be so much cooler to just prevent it. So that's why I do what I do. So it's just a reminder on this video that plants can be cooked / warmed. So I'm saying that because a lot of people want to eat more of a raw diet or, just eat raw foods in general. And you can totally do either one. So if you actually warm things up to 112 degrees, I have it written down, I wanted to check that, double check it, that's still considered raw. So, and the reason for eating raw foods is because you have the living enzymes and nutrients, things like that. So if that's something that you're concerned with or something that you want to make sure that you keep, then you can still warm things up just only to 112 degrees. So there are tons of food, like the obvious culprits, like stir fries, curries, soup, stews. But my favorite thing is just adding vegetables to pasta or any food really that you're eating. Just add as many plants as possible. And you could always, add something in addition to whatever. I always challenge people that every time they're making a dish to add a different vegetable. Every time they're having a meal, to add a vegetable or a fruit or something, just, that they might not have thought of, that what isn't in the original recipe, but something they could just try to add and see how it goes. So that's what I would recommend here as well. So yeah, so don't forget plants, especially here in the colder months, at least in the US where I am, it's colder now. And so, don't forget about plants. You can either get fresh ones at the grocery store. Yes, they're not local, but, you can still get plants at the grocery store that are fresh. Or you can feel free to get frozen ones. They're just as healthy. They're actually frozen vegetables, frozen fruits and vegetables are picked at peak ripeness and, flash frozen. So there's actually an argument that there are even more nutrients in frozen than in fresh. So, don't worry about having frozen food. It's definitely not something that's going to be any less nutrient dense. And, it's easier to keep. It's easier to store, things like that. You don't have to worry about things going bad as quickly. So that's a nice thing to think about too. And then I talked about last time about Misfits Market. I used to actually, or I still do, actually get groceries from Daily Harvest as well. And so that's really nice. It's to have different variety of different fruits and vegetables, especially like I was just talking about, like adding them to different dishes. There's a variety of so many different fruits and vegetables that they use in dishes that it's very interesting. It gives me more inspiration for, meals that we want to make at home, but they're things that come frozen that you can we keep them on hand personally, so that whenever we get extra busy, it's just a ready-made meal that we can just defrost and eat. And we just warm it up on the stove and can eat it. So yeah, so that's, if you're interested in that, I do have got a code to give you extra discounts. So if you want to check out either one of those, then let me know. So yeah, but I'm on all different social channels. So we have our Facebook group that's the benefits of eating plants, that is linked in the description. We also have our Transition Nutrition in Real Life monthly mastermind that you can take advantage of. So that's also in the comment section or the description. And then you can follow me here on YouTube. That's a really nice way. Once you follow me, then you get notified when new videos come out. and then you can, stay on top of everything I talk about. And please do feel free to like and share all my videos, because that really helps me out also, so that the information can just get out to as many people as possible and really help me with my mission. So I would really appreciate that. And as usual, I always say that I want this to be as useful to you as possible. So if there's anything that you want me to cover in a future video, any topics, then definitely feel free to let me know, whether it's, commenting below the video or reaching out to me privately. I definitely, want to help out as in any way I can. So if there's a topic that you want me to cover, or if you have any personal experience with this topic and you think I may have missed something and you want to just add something, then I definitely encourage you to do that as well. I think that would be awesome. But until next time, have a beautiful and colorful day. Bye, everybody.